The sea was restless that night. Cold wind sliced through the air as the ship drifted silently across dark waters. Below deck, two souls sat close, too close. A cup of wine rested between them. They weren't supposed to drink it. They weren't even supposed to feel this way, but they did. And with one single sip, they sealed a fate no sword could undo, no king could forgive, because by sunrise, they would no longer belong to themselves. They would belong to each other forever. Welcome to echoes of forbidden love. Before there was betrayal, there was loyalty. Tristan was more than a warrior. He was a symbol of honor. Raised by his uncle, King Mark, Tristan owed him everything: his life, his title, his purpose. So when the king desired a bride, there was only one man he trusted to bring her back: Tristan. The mission was simple: travel across the sea, find Isolde, and return her safely to become the king's queen. No complications, no distractions. But here's the question: what would you do if the person you were sworn to protect was the person you were destined to love? Because Tristan had no idea this journey would destroy everything he believed in. But little did they know, a single drop of wine was about to rewrite their destiny. Isolde was not just beautiful. She was powerful, intelligent, and promised to another man, a king she had never truly chosen. The journey back was quiet at first, polite, controlled, but tension lingered in every glance. And then it happened. A servant brought wine, ordinary, innocent, but it wasn't. It was a love potion, meant for Isolde and King Mark, a magical bond, a guarantee of loyalty. But fate doesn't ask permission. They drank it together, and in that moment, something changed, not slowly, not gently, but instantly. Their hearts no longer belonged to reason or duty or the future they had planned. They belonged to something deeper, something unstoppable, desire. And from that moment on, every step forward was a step toward betrayal. They tried to resist, they really did. But how do you fight something that feels like destiny? Every glance became dangerous, every silence louder than words, and soon they gave in. Secret meetings, hidden moments, love that lived in shadows. But this wasn't just forbidden love. This was treason. Because Isolde wasn't just anyone, she was the future queen. And Tristan, the king's most trusted knight, his nephew, his friend. And yet, they continued. Because the potion didn't just create love, it erased choice. But no secret stays hidden forever, especially not one this dangerous. Rumors began to spread, whispers in the halls, glances filled with suspicion. King Mark started to notice the distance, the tension, the silence between words. And then the truth surfaced, not in one moment, but in a slow, painful realization. The two people he trusted most had betrayed him, not just emotionally, but completely. And here's the tragedy. He still loved them, both of them, but love cannot erase betrayal. So Tristan was exiled, banished from the kingdom, forced away from the one person he couldn't live without. And Isolde? She remained, a queen in title, but a prisoner in heart. Distance didn't kill their love, it made it stronger and more dangerous. Time passed, but not healing. Tristan wandered far lands, carrying a love he could never escape. And Isolde lived in a palace that felt like a cage every day, a reminder of what she lost and what she chose. Because here's the truth. Was it really the potion? Or was it something deeper? Something already waiting inside them? What if they would have fallen in love anyway? That question still haunts this story. And then came the final twist of fate. Tristan was wounded, gravely, and there was only one person who could save him. Isolde. A message was sent, a ship was dispatched, and a signal was agreed upon. White sails meant she was coming. Black sails meant she wasn't. As Tristan lay weak, he waited, every breath heavier than the last. And then the ship appeared. He asked one question: what color are the sails? But the answer he received was wrong. Black. And in that moment, hope died. Not loudly, not violently, but quietly. He believed she had abandoned him, and with that belief, he let go. Moments later, Isolde arrived. The sails were white. She had come. She had always intended to come, but fate had already made its decision. She reached him too late, and in that moment, her world ended too. Two souls, bound not just by love, but by timing, by fate, by choices they never truly controlled. So why do we still tell this story hundreds of years later? Because it forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. Is love something we choose, or something that chooses us? And when love and duty collide, which one should win? This has been Echoes of Forbidden Love. If this story stayed with you, if it made you feel something, like the video, drop a comment. Was it love or was it fate? And subscribe for more stories where love defies the world and sometimes loses, because some love stories don't fade away. They echo forever.